The people who are protesting for Suga to leave BTS were hacked. Suga will be questioned by the police this week. BigHit Music's announcement. And RM decided to build a team outside of BTS. Watch till the end to find out more. In a recent episode of Run Jin returned to his former school, Bosong Boys High School, now known as Posong High School, where he interacted with students in a setting filled with nostalgia and humor. The episode, which aired on August 20th after being filmed on July 8th, drew a considerable crowd of students from various schools who enthusiastically greeted him upon his arrival. During his visit, Jin reacquainted himself with the school canteen, where he attempted to purchase his favorite snacks. Remarkably, the owner of the canteen declined his payment, a gesture highlighting the warmth and respect he commands. His reunion with his former homeroom teacher, now the vice principal, underscored the lasting impressions of his school days, despite struggling to recall the teacher's name after over a decade. Jin's engagement with the students extended beyond mere visits. He humorously declared himself the only 33-year-old student, inquiring about the best singer and offering to recommend them to his company, Hybe. His approachability shone through as he participated in an arm wrestling match, selectively avoiding stronger opponents, which added a layer of levity to the interactions. The day was filled with various physical activities, including games like chicken foot, push-ups, and a spirited session of dodgeball, where Jin's playful nature was on full display. Despite his competitive spirit, he did not always prevail, but maintained a jovial attitude throughout, which endeared him further to the students. The episode culminated with Jin and the students sharing pizzas, a token of appreciation for their camaraderie. An official from the Yongsan District Bureau office acknowledged the unintentional disclosure of private details regarding the organizers behind protest actions directed at BTS member Suga. Since August 17th, a fan group has been visibly protesting, using wreaths and trucks, calling for Suga's departure from the group following allegations of a DUI incident. The fan group, while managing daily updates about the ongoing protests, became aware of the leak when their members were subjected to hacking attempts and threats. On August 20th, a representative from the Yongsan district confirmed during a testimony that in response to complaints demanding the removal of the protest displays, they had inadvertently shown the complainers a permit which included personal information. The representative expressed regret over the incident, acknowledging it as an oversight by the district office. The matter has escalated to legal proceedings, with the protest organizers filing a lawsuit against the Yongsan District Bureau office and the individuals who lodged the civil complaints. This action was taken after it was discovered that 16 individuals had illegally accessed the organizers' personal data, marking a significant violation of privacy. Public reactions have varied, with some expressing frustration over the prolongation of the controversy. One individual voiced dissatisfaction with the disproportionate focus on Suga's case compared to other similar incidents, suggesting a bias in public and media attention. The commenter argued for equitable treatment and questioned the fairness in holding Suga to different standards than other public figures facing similar accusations. On August 19th, during a press briefing, a spokesperson from the Seoul Metropolitan Police disclosed upcoming plans for Suga's investigation. The spokesperson detailed that the police are in the process of scheduling the questioning, which will rigorously examine the incident's specifics, including any potential attempts to mitigate the severity of the offense. The questioning is set to occur promptly within the week and will strictly be conducted during regular business hours. The police representative also addressed questions about whether Suga would be required to make a public appearance before the press, clarifying that the questioning of Suga would adhere to standard procedures applicable to all suspects, without obliging any suspect to face the media. On August 20th, the Seoul Metropolitan Government honored BTS's Jin by naming him the Honorary Tourism Ambassador of Seoul. In celebration of this designation, the Seoul Tourism Organization's official X account at Visit Seoul prominently featured Jin in its new header image with the slogan, "Feel Seoul Good," underlining his role as Jin of BTS, the Honorary Tourism Ambassador of Seoul. Visit Seoul serves as the city's official guide, offering visitors a variety of experiences, including local cuisine, cafes, and festivals, as they explore the capital of South Korea. This appointment represents Jin's third significant collaboration since his discharge from military service in June. Initially, he aligned with luxury jewelry brand Fred as a representative. Subsequently, he was announced as the global ambassador for Italian fashion label Gucci. Now, embracing the mantle of tourism ambassador, Jin continues to expand his influence. the announcement sparked significant activity on social media, where fans expressed their enthusiasm for Jin's new role. A user noted Jin's impressive influence in the world of ambassadorships. Comments ranged from admiration of his ongoing busy schedule, noted by one fan as a sign of his prominence, to expressions of pride and affection for his representation of South Korea. Others followed the Visit Seoul page inspired by Jin's involvement, while fans bestowed upon him a range of accolades, calling him the face of Seoul, pride of Korea, and humorously, that one friend that always got a new job. Also on August 20th, BigHit Music revealed plans to release a vinyl edition of V's debut solo album, Layover, to mark its upcoming first anniversary. The company conveyed their decision to launch this special edition as a celebration of the significant affection and support the album has received since its initial release in 2023. They highlighted that Layover is celebrated for authentically capturing V's emotional depth and for its natural portrayal of the artist. V's affinity for elements of vintage and nostalgia significantly influences the aesthetic and sound of Layover. The album is infused with sounds from jazz, R&B, lo-fi, and pop, crafting a sonic experience that transports listeners across various time periods. The accompanying music videos further this effect, utilizing old film techniques to deepen the themes of yearning and remembrance. In its debut month, Layover made a significant mark in the music industry. V set a record as the first solo artist to exceed 2 million sales on both the Hanteo and Circle charts in the first 2 weeks following the release, underscoring the album's broad appeal and significant impact. This achievement not only reflects V's popularity, but also points to a larger trend of embracing diverse musical influences and retro themes in contemporary music production. In a recent episode of MBC's It's Glad You Rested, aired on August 19th, BTS member Jin joined other celebrities to recount their experiences on a deserted island. During the show, An Jung-hwan introduced Jin, referencing their shared history with chef Lee Yeon-bok on a previous program. Boom, another host, conveyed the production team's surprise and delight at Jin choosing their show for his first variety appearance post-military service. Jin, who traveled to the island with Sandul, expressed a deep personal connection with him. He mentioned that whenever he is asked to name a celebrity friend, Sandul is the first and foremost in his thoughts, which is why he was keen for Sandul to accompany him on this adventure. This episode not only highlighted Jin's return to television, but also underscored his valued friendship with Sandul, offering viewers a glimpse into his personal life and relationships within the entertainment industry. On August 20th, Lee Hye-won, a well-known South Korean businesswoman and Miss Korea 1999, shared an Instagram reel featuring BTS's Jin. The video captured Jin aboard a boat with An Jung-hwan, a former soccer player and Hye-won's husband. Accompanying the video was an image of Jin's single The Astronaut, which he had personally signed and dedicated to Lee Hye-won. The reel was set to the tune of The Astronaut, enhancing the personal nature of the post. According to a translation by an ex-user, Jin's message expressed a desire to meet with Lee Hye-won and her husband in the future, acknowledging the kind words An had shared about his wife. The background context of the reel ties back to the MBC reality show, Half-Star Hotel in Lost Island, which showcases An renovating an abandoned house on a deserted island. Jin's participation in the episode was notable as it was his first public appearance since his military discharge in June. During this episode, Jin was seen interacting lightheartedly with An on a boat, where An jokingly remarked that Jin and his wife were the only ones who had used him as a pillow. The gesture of gifting the autographed album resonated deeply with fans, who took to social media to express their admiration for Jin's thoughtfulness. Comments ranged from fans calling Jin sweet and gentlemanly to acknowledging how fortunate individuals are to meet and befriend him. Some fans humorously noted Jin's tendency to befriend older people, joking about his collection of juicy friends and his enjoyment in being the youngest in his circle of friends. The episode itself was filled with lighthearted and engaging moments, from Jin catching sea creatures to building a bamboo shoe rack with Sandul. Beyond the glitz of BTS, the creative team behind RM, the group's leader, is pioneering a new approach to K-pop stardom that involves deep introspection and bold innovation. As the face of one of the world's most celebrated musical acts, the responsibilities and expectations placed on RM are immense. For over a decade, RM has navigated the pressures of global fame while maintaining an unblemished public persona. He has addressed the United Nations 3 times, been nominated for a Grammy, and met with President Joe Biden. More than a celebrity, RM has embodied the role of a cultural ambassador for South Korea, demonstrating strong convictions, a clear mind, and humility, qualities deeply rooted in the nation's Confucian heritage. Amidst this backdrop, RM has confronted personal and artistic challenges that led to a significant moment of self-reflection. In a revealing discussion with fellow BTS member Jimin, RM expressed the weight of continuously meeting external expectations, hinting at the toll it has taken on him. At 29, he felt a pressing need to affirm his identity as an artist, which culminated in the release of his album Right Place, Wrong Person. This album marks a departure from the more optimistic themes typically associated with BTS, venturing into a candid exploration of the complexities of human nature. The creation of this album required a fresh perspective, leading RM to collaborate with Sanyeon, the leader and director of the group Balming Tiger, who is at the forefront of Korea's alternative music scene. Sanyeon proposed a hiatus from BTS activities to focus on documenting RM's personal and artistic evolution. This advice resonated with RM, prompting him to begin work on his second solo album. The formation of Team RM brought together a diverse group of creatives. Over the course of a year, this team worked diligently to transform RM's creative environment, introducing new influences that diverged significantly from those that had shaped his role within BTS. In discussions about his new album on the social platform Weverse, RM reflected on his struggles with honesty and the process of artistic self-examination. He recognized that pop culture is transient, and that for an artist to maintain relevance, constant evolution is necessary. This realization underscores the importance of breaking down old constructs and rebuilding anew, a philosophy that Team RM embraces fully. The intriguing title, Right Place, Wrong Person, for RM's album, emerged from a blend of introspection and a serendipitous event, as explained by Sanyeon. During an informal discussion, Sanyeon had playfully questioned RM on how he managed to maintain his widely admired image, a question not meant critically, but as an observation of RM's multifaceted personality. RM, known for his profound understanding of complex philosophical ideas, yet occasionally stumbling over simpler concepts, encapsulated a unique paradox. This blend of attributes led Sanyeon to perceive RM as one of the most unique characters within his circle. The origin of the album's title occurred quite unexpectedly. While visiting a temple to discuss the album, RM and Sanyeon found themselves lost during a heavy snowfall, inadvertently taking an unmarked path that led to a dead end. RM's humorous remark about being in the wrong place was promptly noted by Sanyeon. Later, at a meeting with Hybe, RM refined the concept into Right Place, Wrong Person, a title that resonated with both his self-image and broader audience relatability. The album was developed across various locations, beginning with a song camp in February 2023, as recounted by Sehun. The journey included creative sessions from Gapyeong's Music Village 1939 to tranquil retreats in Hwacheon and Jeju. The international stops in Tokyo and London added to the richness of the experience, reminiscent of RM's early days exploring and recording in various locales around Seoul. Jen Kayard shared a particularly challenging moment during the album's production in the UK. A last-minute change of location for a video shoot necessitated quick thinking and fast action, culminating in the creation of a stylish and natural-looking video for the song Nuts. Collaborations played a significant role in the album's creation, bringing genuine and human connections to the forefront. Discussions with artists like Domi and J.D. Beck, as well as Moses Sumney, began with introductory Zoom calls, evolving into exchanges of recordings and ideas over time. A spontaneous meeting with Little Sims in London led to a fruitful collaboration, where she composed and recorded her part on the spot, enriching the project with her immediate creativity. These accounts illustrate the dynamic and adaptive nature of RM's creative process, reflecting themes of perseverance, innovation, and the ethical considerations of artistic collaboration. The album's development, infused with both planned and spontaneous elements, showcases the personal growth and artistic evolution of RM, set against the backdrop of an ever-changing global landscape. Sanyeon conveyed that the intention behind the album's visual portrayal was to unfilteredly reflect RM's multifaceted personality through the lens of 3 distinct photographers, each chosen for their unique stylistic approaches and backgrounds. Sanyeon aimed to see how the visual narrative would diversify with contributors from varied experiences and generational viewpoints. Rosie Marks, a British photographer whose style resonated with Sanyeon's own, was chosen for her ability to intuitively capture the unpredictable aspects of RM, aligning with the album's theme, right place, wrong person. Her candid and unrestrained style was seen as a perfect match for conveying the album's essence. Takahiro Mizushima was another photographer whose work Sanyeon stumbled upon unexpectedly in a bookstore in Taiwan. Mizushima's work, known for its unadorned sincerity and focus on human subjects, was selected for its powerful capability to tell profound stories through simple yet poignant imagery. A longtime admirer of Wing Xia's work, Sanyeon believed his narrative-driven photography would add depth to the portrayal of RM's life and capture fleeting moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. The release of RM's album, Right Place, Wrong Person, was met with significant acclaim, debuting at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and garnering praise throughout the music scene. Reflecting on the internal response to the album, Sehun shared that despite the pride felt by the team, there were challenges related to time constraints. RM noted varying levels of engagement from the initial recording sessions to those just before his military enlistment, which introduced a desire to revisit and refine earlier recordings. However, the team committed to giving their best at each stage, focusing on what they could achieve within the time available. During the creative process, the emotional journey of the team was shaped by concerns over RM's ability to adapt to a new creative landscape and the pressures accompanying his public identity. Sanyeon highlighted his role in motivating and supporting RM and the rest of Team RM to navigate these challenges successfully. The collective resolve was strengthened by a shared belief in RM's unique ability to convey the project's message, encapsulated by the team's motto, "Only you, RM, could have done this." This conviction in RM's unique capabilities and honesty provided a critical motivational force for the team. Discussions about the definition of K-pop also emerged during the project, particularly given the contrasting profiles of BTS and Bombing Tiger. Sehun, with a background in K-pop A&R and a personal passion for the genre, spoke about the intimate connection between artists and fans, likening it to a relationship where deepest thoughts are shared. This belief underscored the project's direction, emphasizing honesty and trust in the fan base. Sanyeon expressed a broader perspective, choosing not to focus heavily on defining K-pop, but rather on challenging existing preconceptions within the genre. His approach was about attitude and encouraging the K-pop community, including creators and fans, to embrace criticism, acknowledge flaws, and strive for growth. This vision promotes a continuous challenge to the status quo, urging the K-pop industry to expand and innovate as it has in its formative years. Overall, the project was not only a testament to artistic evolution and personal growth, but also a reflection on the dynamic and ever-changing landscape of K-pop, driven by a team deeply committed to pushing creative boundaries.